Draw the curtains, dim the lights, let's start the show. Another week of Upland news, let's fucking go. Every day in Upland there's a stream for you. Different types of players and their points of view. Saturdays are for the Clue Crew, and we've got a lot to chew through, keeping tabs on all we can and sticking it to the man.
I'm not your lawyer, your banker, or your mother. Do your own research and make your own damn decisions. Welcome to the Clue Crew, where each week we discuss the various news, facts, and rumors. We're putting our heads together to solve the mystery that is Upland. I'm Scooby, and with me again is Cernus. And I just muted you, Cernus. You're going to have to unmute yourself, and there's going to actually have been a little hiccup in the theme song there that, you live and learn. Apparently, when you share the audio through Zoom, it then links that application in with the sound settings when you mute the application in the sound settings. Anyway, I know what to do next time.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
I can hear you. I'm assuming they can hear you, and we are just gonna roll on rolling. Okay, so X out of
Everyone has a clue.
Hey, we're taking our clues, we're putting them together. Oh shit, you weren't here. Actually,
The crew. The whole crew is here.
the whole crew.
We got quite a big crew of a few so far.
I got a magnifying glass. I actually got one. Yeah, I sent my wife and my kid with a
Can
mission.
you see me now?
Right? Yeah. No, I mean, in all seriousness, they were grocery shopping, and I asked them if they would mind looking for one, and that was the only one they found, and I said that is perfect.
There you go.
Yeah, and Kira, the sound on Cernus's end is an issue that is currently not fixable. Don't worry about it. It's part of the flavor. It's part of the flavor. All right, so here we go. Here, we we're back. I know we took a week off. Last week I was getting over cold, and frankly my voice was a little, yeah. So, we're back this time. All right. So I am going to go ahead, now that I can hear it. Yeah, I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. The game. We're gonna be doing another soccer game for the weekly game. Prizes this week's gonna be 50,000 upucks. So when we pick sides, you guys are gonna pick teams, and one team's gonna win, and you're gonna have 50,000 upucks to split amongst you, presumably evenly, but that's really up to you. I don't give a shit. So, I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be a Treasure Island thing, and they all fight to the death, and only one of them gets it. All right. And yeah, I'm coming through a little bit on your end, but rolling through it. We'll figure this out one of these days. All right. So, Upland stuff has been going on. Let's see, where do you want to start with today? You want to just dive right into the buses, or you want to start with some of the stuff we have missed having not been around?
I would say let's start, since Rome wasn't built in a day. We need to really build it ourselves here.
All right, okay.
What happened with Rome? That needs to be addressed.
What happened? Well, we've gotten some clues from Squall. We know who's at fault. We know who to blame. Somewhere.
The query.
Somewhere in the Upland organization is a motherfucker named Query. And he's the one that fucked up. Or she. I didn't get a gender.
Person, right?
I didn't get. I can. Look, you can't blame a program, so I have to assume there must be a person employed on the dev team named Query. And frankly, I would like an explanation from them. You double-checked, triple-checked?
Has anyone had one dev ever top in Upland? I'm just curious.
Say that again?
Have we ever had a developer within Upland, ever actually chat, talk, or say anything on behalf of Upland ever?
Ever. Well, I mean, I think like Dirk and or Dawn, have like popped into the Discord at a time or another. Wanted to say I'm not entirely positive, but I feel like maybe they have. If you count them, if you mean like Mr. Smith who works on this particular graphic, um, I'm gonna go with
It
I
would
don't know.
be cool to hear from them one day.
Yeah,
Like the people in Ukraine, in the Ukraine offices.
Mm. Yeah, Kira says who created the query though doesn't matter apparently. Whoever their parents were, because I asked Squall about that about like in terms of who's responsible for this, and the answer was query. We're not allowed to blame the parents. I know. I was shocked.
I think the first name is Queer and the last name is E. Uh-oh.
Shit.
That might have gone under the radar.
It could. Damn. It could. You're right. I didn't think about this. It could have been like an initial type of thing. I don't know. Don't you guys worry. We're gonna dig into it further. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We're gonna find this query motherfucker. We're gonna make him pay for Rome. Because how do you let that happen week after week after week? And you come back and you actually tell us and you go, hey, no, we double checked. Yeah. It's right. FSAs aren't counting. We checked. We looked under the hood. Look. All right. I can move on, but there comes a point where you can't where you can't blame machine error. I think human error. And honestly, it wouldn't bother me that they're not giving a name. I'm not saying there needs to be like a torch and pitchfork. Give me a name. I need someone to blame. My problem is specifying no one's to blame. Not a single human hand is to blame. Well, I mean, shit. It didn't make itself.
The other piece here is when players were asking week after week, leading up to the final reveal, or FSAs counted, I am not convinced that when leadership said the FSAs are excluded, I'm not convinced that they actually asked the devs to do that query check then, that it was just based on past precedent that FSAs are excluded, that they just spoke and told the community each week that FSAs are excluded. But when they actually did check with Mr. Query, they found out there was a query of whatever it was that actually got it included. So that's where I stand with the communication problem, is you tell the community one thing without actually checking, most likely. And then at the very end, you actually check for real, because there's so many voices speaking at the end versus only one or two here and there week by week, that you actually then take it to the team. So that's my big issue.
Yeah. I was also, I mean, again, I'm not on that coding side of things. This is not my wheelhouse. But it's one of those things where I'm making a couple of basic assumptions here. One of those basic assumptions is that a human and not a computer, if not came up with each collection list, like was aware of the list, a spreadsheet somewhere on some encrypted database, I don't know, but like that, like these fucking ones, these are the collections. And I just don't understand how that wasn't a simple, like, why don't we go ahead and double check with Smith Street? We know about that one. Let's make sure none of those were FSA and didn't fuck up this whole thing. Maybe it wasn't that simple. I don't know. Like I said, all we know is it's the query. So every time something goes wrong now, I'm going to blame the query.
Should not be simple. It should not just be Mr. Query. It should be Mr. Query and his sidekick or manager, at least two people.
He's oversight. Look, I thought so too. He's apparently an independent contractor. I don't know. We're going to have to figure out the labor laws. But don't you worry. I'm sure they squashed it. I'm sure everything's going to be fine. I'm sure everything's going to be fine because we've got Upland 2.0. Pay no attention to never seeing 1.0. 2.0 is here. Like, I'm not crazy, right? I didn't miss that. and please correct me if I'm wrong. Because I mean, like, I took about a year off. If there was some big announcement, like, hey guys, we're out of beta, it's Upland 1.0, and I just missed it, I'd love to see that. Seriously, anybody in chat, I like, on things like this, I'd love to find out I'm wrong. But like, I don't recall that. Do you?
No.
All right. So where the fuck did 2.0 come from? This reminds me of Windows
I
10.
feel like it's overblown language. This is going to be something many people are going to not remember for much longer. The website's been updated before. It wasn't branded as Upland 2.0 when the website's been updated many times in the past.
Oh, wait a minute.
And I mean, okay, but I want to just call out the website looks fantastic. Let's put that right there. But as far as calling this 2.0, like the whole Upland metaverse is on some new horizon. I think the messaging could have been a little bit clearer on that.
Okay.
Or this needs to be a part of a whole bigger enchilada of new things coming. And
okay.
the messaging is still about building and the same planning, building, trading. So doesn't feel like it's really 2.0. So
I'm realizing now too. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to take a step back and realize part of this was me being an idiot, or at least misunderstanding. So this was never. And again, all right, clarify it for me. I've had a rough week. It's been a long week. A lot of packages. So is this saying that it's the Upland website 2.0, not Upland, the platform on the blockchain that we all know and love that we log into every day? Is this like just upland.me 2.0? Is that what that means?
we need the extra crew here to pitch in.
All right, hold on. All right, now
We don't have a clue.
All right, hold on. All right, now I'm digging. All right, today we're unveiling 2.0, a full refresh of our website, our brand identity, and how we talk about the platform. It isn't just a redesign. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so it's literally just the website. Oh,
And
well, then who gives
the
it?
Discord
I mean,
announcement
all
says
right.
Upland 2.0 is here. It doesn't say Upland website 2.0 is here.
Yeah. So all right. So
logo 2.0.
so wait. So
That's why I
wait.
think it's overblown, the language. But.
Upland's still in beta, but we've reached 2.0 of the marketing. Guys, horse cart. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, you're right. It looks slick. Not disputing that.
I mean,
oh fuck. All right. Cool.
There's an argument it could be called Upland 1.1.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, 1.5. I don't know that I'd call it a full 2.0. All right. Straight up. If it came with a proper utility a la Spark Exchange, Upland, a multiple asset movers, something that both linked it to the game and provided extra utility, I'd give that a full 1.5, maybe even 2.0. But this, all right.
And especially if we knew what the Uppies system is coming with and the reward structure and all of that as well. Okay, we're at 2.0 now. But right now, all we see is a vision still, and we're in beta.
Yeah, last I heard. All right, so
the other piece with this website, at least that was topical this week in Discord, was the play free call to action button on the homepage. You'll see it says play free.
Let's go ahead and open that link up.
That has struck a nerve with some of us OG players. Is so you play free. Okay, that's a nice niche marketing for maybe a new player to at least get them in. But 99% or maybe at least 90% of what they'll eventually see involves some USD at some point. So I was a little bit thrown off. And I feel like just
An
saying
asterisk might
play
be
now
called for.
or join the virtual empire, build your virtual empire now. Something like that would have made a better call to action. But other than that, the website looks clean, visual, everything you would want. It's just a 2.0 and play free. I don't know.
All right. I got actually something to say about the play free, and it's further on down the page. But after I do that, we're gonna start picking teams. So everybody that is in the chat right now and is watching, here's where we're gonna do this. All right. The prize is 50,000 UPIX. It's gonna be split amongst you, like I said. Pick your teams. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna split up for you. You got Team Jordan. You got Team Bachniors. So go ahead and put that in the chat right now, and I'll keep a running tally down here. Hold on, let me. So yeah, Jordan, Bachnios. All right, so you all get to that, and I'm gonna get to this. So you talk about play free and everything, and the issue of pretty much having to spend money to get to Uplander, and I remember seeing something about that. Where was it? What is the best way to get started? Pick a starter city, buy your first property, complete beginner collections, join a neighborhood. No, that's not it. There was something about, like, become an Uplander. Well, fuck it. Oh, here we go. Complete the short tutorial to reach Uplander status. I am unaware of any tutorial that you can complete for free and reach Uplander status. Are you?
I know there's the missions in game that provide some UPIX.
To get up to 10K?
Does it take you all the way to the leveling up? I don't know.
Because if there is a proper free way to get to Uplander, like tutorial wise, that doesn't involve a visitor raid, then okay, fine, I'll give you free to play for free. But as it is, I the tutorials and shit, like, I mean, there's stuff to do, and it gives you, like, a good idea on what to do. But like, the tutorial doesn't reach a point where, like, all right, it's over. You've reached 10K. You're an Uplander now. Maybe a lot's changed.
You would think, at least, if they're going to say that, they'll explain the pathway. So, this is your entry amount.
Oh shit!
Tasks, you'll be at 10K.
Shit! All right, you guys are right. I obviously just pressed random and did not check that out. All right, we're scrapping the teams. I will. Apparently Jordan sucks. I didn't know. All right, so we'll do this again. All right, another random team. We'll see if. All right, so Brazil has a 93. All right, so and then what is you have an 87. All right, we'll find you one better that's I don't know. Oh fuck. I don't know how to do this. Fix the tournament. All right, which one of you guys is the best? Apparently none of you. All right. But it does show me the ranks, so I'll just find something real quick. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Here we go. Global Cup. If that was Brazil, who else we got? Oh, haha. France, 93 as well. All right, Brazil or France, everybody? Kira says it doesn't unless you're fully aware of how to do collections and start during a new city release. Which, yeah, okay, fine. If it's particularly a starter city, especially, I guess I could see that. All right. Still though, the hard.
And that's the thing, is that a lot of the ways to get leveled up without putting in money, you have to be in, like, the top 25% player strategy know-how to navigate some of that. And then to, like, really progress, you need to be in, like, the top 1 to 5%. Like, there was a comment from one of the other broadcasters, Metaverse Millen, in Discord chat. He was talking about, oh well, it's the best time. It's one of the best times right now to join Upland because you can mint an FSA Granada Hills property in Los Angeles, and then sell it for like the floor is 24K UPX. Okay, but how many new players are going to know that strategy? That's like a very nuanced strategy. I mean,
it's just like, honestly, it's just like one of the points I still will have to give the Upland Revival guys, who apparently are coming back at some point. They've been gone the last 2 weeks, I guess. Like one of them's sick or something, but they're not like gone. They're coming back, so whatever. But I gotta give them that, like, the whole buying UPX. I'm not saying that Upland should advertise the better way, but I do believe that Upland definitely makes it look like their UPX store is the only way, and I dislike that. I wish that as part of their onboarding, if they didn't say here's the better way, I wish they at least said there are other ways to get UPX beyond just buying it from our store.
The whole divide in the UPX USD creates already a player against Upland perception as soon as they find out that it's not actually 1-to-1, and it's more like, you know, the whole 25%, 30%, 20, whatever you think it is. It's you know, so you're already creating that early friction with play free to play USD. Now I'm learning it's not just play USD by going to the UPX store and already finding I'm using USD the wrong way. That wasn't part of the whole training that they gave me that I apparently got UPX for. So, you know, those are all issues.
And Mitchell's right. Mitchell's right that you can't as a visitor you can't sell, and that's they need more, until visitors have more ways to actually accrue UPX. It's not free. People don't mind the grind, but the grind can't take 3 months. So, yeah. All right. So yeah, last call. Pick your team, Brazil or France. I'm gonna press that button here in just a minute, and then we're gonna see who wins. But yeah, so we got new website and everything. I was a little confused. I was one of the winners of this, and I have not seen my name or my little thing about what a nice little social media callback Upland is, and how it's all about the community and how you. I don't remember the exact wording of it because they fucking took away the channel, but I literally I was like, oh hey, I can finally see what it was I wrote. Nope. Apparently wasn't good enough. Oh, I never checked if I got my 10,000 UPX. I need to check that. All right, maybe they're just
players got on this permanent website. Well, not permanent, but I mean it's an ongoing website. If they were asked for permission to post on the website, I don't know. It just seems like an extra courtesy.
I think that was part of. I think that was mentioned in the initial question, like the initial challenge. I do, but I'm not 100% positive. But I feel like I saw that. I might just be, who knows? I didn't press. I pressed start. I didn't then press any button. Now I pressed any button. Here we go. It's a night game. It's a snow game. It's Brazil versus France in a moonlit dome.
Scooby, don't give us the query.
No.
It's the game.
Right. Well. But yeah, okay. So back to this website. It's slick. It features the uppies front and center, which they have been going all in about. Which I as everyone knows, I'm really happy about them. I'm looking forward to them and everything. I would like more details, like everyone else, but we're getting some details. I'm patient. Upland has taught me patience. Upland has taught me sometimes shit takes years before you find out it was never going to happen, or that something else has actually been the secret plan all along. I don't know if they're actually a DC villain or what, but I've been along for the ride and I'm still here. Uppies seem to be staying,
Sure.
and I'm looking forward to that. I love. Uh, I'm just having fun with it, man. It reminds me of my Pokemon days. Straight up, it reminds me of my Pokemon days.
For sure. For sure.
I want to attract the uppies to my places. I want to bring them to my cupcake shops, like I see there, and all that. So, all right, cool. Go ahead and exit out of that. Um, all right. Okay. Did the game not fucking start? Start you? Shit. I press start. It says press a button. Then. All right. Got to keep an eye on these guys. Apparently, they don't want to play. So, we haven't. Let's breeze through some of these service structures just real quick. That like over the last 2 weeks, have you gotten any of them? Have you liked any of them? Thought.
I did get what was it? The go ahead and roll through. I'll probably remember.
Right. Yeah. No. All right. So, because as you know, of course, all of them. But so we had a sushi stand.
Okay. I
Um.
didn't get that one.
Right. Which.
I should have because I'm always talking about go-kart sushi.
Right on. Yeah, which it seems that those are chopsticks. Yeah, so instead of it's your standard shack, but in place of condiments, we have chopsticks, which is appropriate. I love the little chopsticks holding the sushi thing up top. A lot of fun. We
One
have
call out with this though, and that has garnered some criticism among players, is that you'll start to notice a pattern with these structures that they're basically using a modular design and just took out like the sushi thing with like the hot dog one and some of the other ones. They're all pretty much the same, minus just a little bit of a spin-off.
Sorry, I was not listening at all. I realized I had made another faux pas and had not set the player 1 to CPU, so he was just holding the fucking ball. My bad. Alright, the game started. Look, alright. I'm 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Hold on, where's my. Do I have a sound effect for want want? I might. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, look. I know. But, yeah, that was one reason I wanted to make sure. I didn't want to give the sound effects. Whoa. I didn't want to give the sound effects to the people in the audience until I could make sure that my co-hosts and guests could hear them as well, because otherwise it would just be really weird for them. So, But now when I make a bad joke, I can do this. My daughter loves that one. All right, so back to the. All right, so we had the sushi. I'm sorry. Well, it was recorded. They heard it. There's the pub. Nice little bar. Nice little place where everybody knows your name.
I might have bought the pub, but I feel like I might have actually been drinking in real life. I'm really not sure if I bought
Hey. No judgments here, man. I really like the pub though. It looks very very cozy. I mean, part of that is the standard the kind of dark brown roof to light brown against the green of the like canopy thing. It looks cozy.
Yeah.
It looks like a place I would sit up to and, well,
For sure.
I don't drink, but get something.
Yeah.
Have a nice scone. I don't know. Probably sell scones. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I clicked buttons, so I know I got it. Completely missed electronics store. Apparently, we got a Radio Shack. And I'm sure somebody's gonna say something else like GameStop or Best Buy, but I'm sticking with Radio Shack. You know what? Gone from the world, but never from our hearts. Man. All right. Hey, Swarley. You know what? The game's just started, so I'll go ahead and let you pick. It's Brazil versus France. Pick a side. you'll be entered for a part of 50,000 upbucks. And by the way, I reserved you like won some shit last week. I reserved for you, so get that. Or tell me if I reserved it wrong. Whoops.
Query.
Oh yeah, I can just blame it on the query. It wasn't me. It was the query. Look. These hands cannot be
didn't know.
responsible for the things that the software did after the hands did it. All right. All right. Community center, public service, which feels a little vague.
I don't like the way that one was built. It doesn't feel like a community center to me. It feels more like an office structure to me.
I was gonna say rehab. I don't know, man. There's something about that strikes me as like drug rehab, like campus. I think maybe it might be the way that the street lamps are spaced out. They look like a perimeter. Like you could really easily fence them off. You got the symbol there of the three people, but you got the one up front and then the two behind them that like could be like security orderlies, like making sure that they don't like. Anyway,
right.
Maybe I'm just looking into things, but that's yeah, I don't know. I will say, all jokes aside, because of the way they do the footprints, in conjunction with map assets not being able to overlay properties, huge fucking space there that you can't do shit with now. That's like 15-20% of the whole thing, and it's just like an empty set. Which, I mean, I guess the uppies that are in drug rehab are going to be like congregating there, having their cigarettes. I don't know, but yeah, that actually though that does raise a specific question though. If uppies will be able, I mean, once they're visually represented, will they be like able to go on the footprints? Like map assets can't, but can the uppies walk in that area?
Can if this is a drug rehab center, can they waddle into the space and will we be able to see them animated doing this?
All right, Sparrow, you go first.
That's a very insightful question, and I think it really depends on the visual representation and how photorealistic and visually Upland can enable uppies. I think there's a technical question. Elijah Judah, Player of the Year before, he's espousing that Upland's going to get really into the photorealism in the near future or in the future. I'm concerned whether the coding can get to that level where we can see uppies migrating, going into the footprint. We're seeing all of this happen, but yes, without any other context, that footprint just looks like hollow ghost space. So,
yeah,
that's where we're at right now.
No, I've seen some of the stuff Elijah has posted about that as well, and for one, I gotta say, I applaud his optimism and enthusiasm. I don't think anybody can accuse him of like not being just some of the like one of the most like to the moon for Upland of maybe anybody in the game, honestly. And I do agree that I think sometimes he's a little pie in the sky, but frankly, his sincerity about it is I don't want to stamp that down. So I'm just, you know what? And I don't know the future. Who am I to say that he's wrong?
Yeah.
I agree with you. It feels a little, but you know what? Shit. I appreciate it. So yeah, but I will say that I regardless of what's possible, I think what's feasible is going to ultimately lead to a middle ground graphics wise. Even if what he wants is technically possible, I don't think we're ever going to get to a point that it's implemented on a massive scale unless the technology required by the end user becomes much more like marketable casual. I don't own a VR thing.
Yeah, and unless we can become query error free.
Well, yeah, I'd love that, but I don't know. That's honestly, I don't want. I both want to harp on it and don't want to harp on it too much because I realize there's nothing more that I can do, and it's it's just like how they use AI for certain
Sure.
things that I'd rather they wouldn't. I know that I'm just talking to a brick wall. I'm
Hmm.
putting in a query. I'm getting bad results. I don't know. But anyway, so that was the community center. I think ultimately it one of the things that I've really been enjoying about all of these service structures is that they've taken a generic type of structure and they've been pumping out week after week a different spin on it. We've seen
Hmm.
multiple times of grocery stores and restaurants that have their own little spin on it. Multiple types of fast food types of places with the tacos and the pizza and whatnot. Community center
Hmm.
just sounds so fucking vague to me. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's just rec center. I don't know. I guess not. Whatever. I got it. I'll build it. Yeah. Who am I to really? Whatever. Let's look at the other ones. God, stop asking me to put in my email and create an account, Medium. God, I hate that. I'm not gonna. Oh, that's halftime, and Brazil apparently is up 3-0. But as I understand, France is always a second half winner. I have no idea if that's true. I don't know. Let me pretend that. All right, so we have the donut stand. What'd you think of the donut stand?
This is my whole point. Is it's just the same as the sushi one, except as a donut.
Oh man, I like it. All right, look, I understand it's exactly the same except for the donut on the top, but again, I, I kind of like that until they get. I mean, I guess that more individualism would be nice, but it's also I think there's something to be said for a type of conformity of like every
Yeah,
single one of these
consistency
footprints.
thing.
Do what?
Especially a consistency thing, and
Yeah.
especially since it's the most generic one, it's the $1.99 one. It's probably fine to have a little bit just more of a,
Yeah.
just a little a difference.
No, wait,
That's it.
hold on. No, I gotta take back being nice. The fuck, Upland? They got nothing. Like no condiments, no napkins,
Okay, yeah,
no little straws to go with the coffee that they
there you
inevitably
go.
sell you. They've got a fucking a chalkboard right there, clearly meant to tell you the donut of the day. Doesn't even say donut of the day. Nope, half finished. Y'all didn't even finish the damn thing. All right, moving on. I honestly I was so happy about it because the actual donut looks so cool. I'm like, yeah, I love a Simpsons donut. But you forgot to do the rest. So, all right. Ice cream parlor. Uh,
Very nice look. That I can roll with for sure.
I think I just heard my kid rustle. Maybe I should keep my voice down a little bit. Move my microphone closer. Yeah. So Baskin Robbins comes to mind. And I
Hmm.
agree. I think it looks great. I find especially the like color combination just very
Yeah.
pleasing. I love that use of pink and that type of pink in that setting with that blue on the ice cream scoop. Good stuff.
Hmm. Yep, for sure.
Also, the opposite of what I was talking about with the community service,
Oh, right.
the drug rehab.
Yeah.
That's what's ever it just that's what's gonna forever be for me now is drug rehab. Which hey, just to be clear, drug rehabilitation programs in this country are lacking funding and shit, and are fantastic services that need to be supported and not broken down. That's my opinion. Moving on. Um,
For sure.
it has the opposite issue of the footprint space. Like it has three steps
Hmm.
and it has those little
Right.
tables to sit on. Like not a fucking centimeter wasted.
Exactly. That's great. Now, where are the puppies going to walk? That's the only question now. Moving on. They'll
Well,
have a footprint out. They'll print their feet elsewhere.
okay, well, and this is where I would love to like I know I harp about going every now and then. I harp about like in home residences, like being able to go inside our actual houses and decorate them and stuff because I really want to do that, and they promised us that for
Hmm.
fucking years. Um, but like even if we never get that ourselves, at the
Hmm.
very least, it would be cool if the uppies were able to open. We could see them literally just going in and out of that door. You know, like they went and
Exactly.
like
Mhm.
like they come out holding an ice cream cone that 30 seconds later disappears.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Very
Simple animation.
basic.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's what I want. Yeah, and it better be a chocolate cone. Oh, why not? All right. What did you think of the farmers market? I've heard some shade for the farmers market. I love it personally.
Hmm.
But I also want one around me.
Hmm. I think it looks decent. I did not get it. Um, the only thing is, it sort of feels a little bit cabinish more than when I think of farmers market. I usually think of more like separate booths, more. Here's this for the little
Mm,
peach
mm,
nectarines vendor. Here's the one for the corn on the cob that you want to get.
mm-hmm.
I'm used to more like vendor, not one central overhead structure. That's the part that I'm a little thrown off on.
That's fair. While I have seen this kind depicted before, and usually when I've seen a farmer's market in media or whatever, it's more like what we actually see on the corner there along the side of it, those little shelves of fruit and whatnot. You're right, just like out in the open, their own little areas. The one single one that's like in the next town over, or I mean, I'm sure there's more around, but like, I'm not gonna get into my local region issues. Um,
Hmm.
Point is though, it is more just like, yeah, like in The Godfather. If you've ever seen The Godfather, when
Okay.
Vito Corleone, right
Hmm.
before he gets shot, he's picking some fruit and shit. That's what you think of when you think of a farmer's market. Right up with
Okay. Yeah.
pointing, being like, "I want that
Makes
fruit. Turn it over." You know,
sense.
oh, I got shot. Great movie. Great book. Natural History Museum.
This one caused a little bit of a ruckus in Upland Discord because
Really?
there were two different announcements. One saying that it's a public service structure, and then it got later changed to entertainment. It's not both. In fact, there's a feedback note about this on the Upland feedback note that it should be both, but it's been changed to an entertainment unit. Um, and quite frankly, when I go to a natural history museum, I don't go there to be entertained.
Hmm.
That's just me. Maybe other people go there to, pump some, heavy metal music
Well,
or something.
it's
I don't know.
it's okay. It's subjective. That's yeah. I don't honestly. I don't disagree. I just it's the what it because I'm getting all of them. What purpose they serve doesn't really concern me as much. But the if there was a mix up in messaging there, yeah, just do both. Just make them both.
Yeah, right. Well, and I think for those who are not buying everything, it's this question that everybody wants to have a bit of diversity because they feel like Upland's going to have certain metrics where you don't want to have too much of this or that. And then, okay, so I'm spending all of this in here. Oh, it's actually in the other one. So
Hmm.
that's where this kind of becomes a topical thing, I think, for some players.
Well, yeah, and fair enough. I will say again, a good use of of it. It doesn't look like they. Well, although I haven't seen the actual like green part of their footprint, I'm sure they're eliminating a lot of space there. I like that
Mhm.
that it's a natural history museum and not just museum. This opens up
Right.
science museums, all
Sure.
kinds of shit. Wax museums. Why
Yeah.
not? I have a wax museum.
Right. And the structure looks very well done. I will call that out.
Yeah,
in
Fun
my
Guy's
opinion.
totally fucking right, though, dude. It would be dope as hell if you could see dinosaur bones through that glass. And, like,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, first of all, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. Come on, guys. Like, honestly. But secondly, it's weird how some of them you can see through the windows and others you can't.
Can we see through the community center? I'd really like to know where.
Right, yeah, no kidding, right? But no, I remember that like what was the performance art one? I wasn't able to see through, and I was kind of just like, but I want to see what they're doing in there. Are they performing Shakespeare?
Right.
Are they doing gymnastics? What are they doing in there? So yeah, I mean, I don't know if they'll update this graphics in the future. I don't know if Funki's asking if they've updated graphics in the past, and I know a while back they put in an option for enhanced graphics that I've always kept off because I'm on mobile and I'm not trying to drain my battery even more than it already is. But maybe
For sure.
if they, I mean, honestly, if I wouldn't mind because that'd be really cool. Yeah, I want to see. Yeah, exactly. The massage parlor is transparent. That you're gonna make that one transparent, but not some of this other shit. Come on.
What kind of transparency are we getting from society?
Right. Yeah. All right, and the winner is Brazil. France started to make a comeback.
Brazil!
France started to make. You know what? We got time. Let's make this the best 2 out of 3. That's what we'll do. That's how we'll fill this time. That's how we'll fill this time. Because I've been trying to. Because I like using that, but that's the maximum amount of time it'll use for a game. So we'll do best 2 out of 3. Now that I know I have to press a fucking button to get them to even start the game. All right, are you guys going? Everybody ready? Okay.
Query
Cool.
alert.
Yeah, no kidding. All right. Okay. So, yeah, server structures, 2 rounds, and then we got a couple more to. Well, not server structures exactly. We got the buses today.
Yay.
Did you try to get a bus?
Yay.
Yay, yes, you did?
Yay, I tried.
Yeah. Did you succeed in getting a bus?
Nay.
How close were you, my friend?
I was at the end like 17 minutes until.
I got you beat. I mean, I also am a nay. I did not quite get it. However, I got to the point, and More Cheese can vouch for this. She was on the Discord chat with me when with Kuro and all them. But I was at the point where it was on pending, and it came back, and I tapped the green button, and it gave me an error message that said no item to access.
Wow.
I was this close. This close. Oh man, I didn't even like. I
When it
never
says
even.
no item to access, it probably was like somebody else clicking one step
Right.
before you.
I'd never seen that error before, but like,
Yeah,
yeah,
nice.
when I got back to the screen, just done. So
Yeah. Wow.
yeah, probably for the best.
The good news is that we know this is not the only bus sale.
Right. I mean, this is only half of the buses that have been minted so far. That's of course not and this is the type of bus. As we know, they can mint more of every vehicle they've already made with a new year model and all that jazz. But right now we know that they minted twice as many as they released. So another sale could be incoming, giveaways, whatever. Who knows? But they'll be there. I did a. No, medium. I'm not. You know what? You're not getting my email out of spite. I of course I got the parking terminal and the bus stop, which I like the bus stop. I think it's fun. I like that it's got the seats and the little overhanging thing. I really hope that
Hmm.
of all the types of things, I really hope that we see Uppies interacting with, an Uppie standing at the bus stop to get on the bus. That's got to be easy. Come on, give me that. Give me that angsty like teen gothy Uppie I saw on the homepage sitting on the bus with their headphones in, just looking somber and shit.
Right, right.
Really trying to deal with the world's problems.
And maybe like one uppie who's out of place.
Right. Right. And then the terminals, which now I do they even think about like, is this a buzzword in Upland? Should we really be using this word? Like, did it cross their minds? A pigeon said it. I'm saying it. Station. It should be a bus station. We already have the fucking terminals. They're properties. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Like
It was so confusing.
you're
Yeah.
asking for confusion, especially since it puts it where
The
was it?
price point too.
Yeah, no, but there was something, maybe it was in the actual sale or something, but it was pointing out that like on applicable properties. Like for a second there I was like, wait, can this only be built on actual terminal? No, that's stupid. But it shouldn't be a confusion. This is a perfect example of Upland doing a piss poor job of taking a second look through fresh eyes or even veteran player eyes to think like, is this going to be read the way we're trying to present it? Because you you don't use already established terms like that. It makes me want to like do a whole glossary for Upland with definition 1 and definition 2.
Right. And if we think about it from a purely semantic perspective, a terminal is just like the name, term. It ends there. When you go on to an airport, you terminate at a certain terminal, but you don't say I'm flying to a terminal. You say I'm flying to the airport.
Right.
The same thing with a bus. You get on a ride to go to a bus station, and then you're probably going to more stations, and then you might just eventually end. But you don't ever say I'm going to a bus terminal.
Yeah,
So,
again, love the items, love the functionality, love the buses are coming, love that you can fucking race them. That's awesome. I love the way that they look right next to the bus stop. They size up just right. Like I just every now and then there's something where it's like, really, you didn't do a second take? Like maybe we should change that word. People use that for a very specific thing.
or bus stops even if
Well,
you want to terminate.
I mean, like when they sold the airport hangars, they called them hangars.
Yeah, it's
Same idea. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. But yeah, so I didn't get one. That looks slick as hell. Congratulations to everybody that did manage to snag one, and try again next time to all of us that didn't.
Exactly. Yeah.
Alright, what else did we miss? Well, there was a census, or there's gonna be a census. It's being introduced. I've heard about this. I've not actually looked at it. And as far as I understand, this is still something that's coming. It's not something I can actually click on to go look at right now. And I mean, so you're gonna show us some of the things that Upland already shows us? Is that what I'm seeing here? It's gonna show us shit that the Uppies are doing, like how densely populated the neighborhood is, which I assume Upland will be. See, that's the thing. I've reached a point where I'm just like, all right. It's hard to impress me. They've let the community do so much for them and set the bar so high that it's become harder for them to impress me.
Well, and here's the other part. We're doing all of this data mining, buying, uppy stuff before we know what the business model of this is, right? The reward structure, so it's either going to be, once the reward structure is known, there's going to be either players driving with excitement, or there's going to be a huge letdown by going this route. And the census is just one more extra intensive layer that we're still needing to just know what this even is right now. So that's where I struggle with.
I think it could be really cool. You're right. Like if what in that it's showing us data, if what that data correlates to becomes more important to the average player, this could be a really cool tool. You're right, though. We need more about how that's actually going to break down. I did also hear somebody this week point out that, yet again, when they're keeping track of something, it's measured every, 24 hours, and they're questioning why it's not just live. And when the whole platform is on a blockchain that you made, your private fucking blockchain that you have all the special private code things to look at. Yeah, I'm just like, aren't you able to just monitor that shit 24/7? I mean, again, not my wheelhouse, maybe not, but I assumed you could. So, tell me I'm wrong, and I'll accept it. But tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, that'll be fun to see when it actually happens. It'll roll out on the web first and then make its way into the app, just like everything else that hasn't happened yet. In-game tasks are totally a thing. Stop promising us that things are going to get into the app eventually. Honestly, maybe a hot take, but I'd rather not know about this right now. I would rather wait until they are announcing that it's coming to the app to even announce it. Because I'm really fucking sick of having to go to a Google Excel spreadsheet for something that should be in-game. It's getting really just why? So
the amount of third-party and separate spreadsheets and things, different, and then going to the Medium and everything else.
Oh God, I'm gonna stick a Medium too. They have their own fucking thing. Some of their articles are on their page. Why are they using Medium at all for?
Right.
I don't know.
It takes us off Upland, and they don't want us to be off Upland.
It hurts my head. Hurts it. Hurts it bad. But yeah, so the problem is when they say web first and then makes its way into the app, I've become jaded and dubious that it will actually make its way to the app. So I now hear that there is a thing that could be cool because if it relates to something else that might be really integral to how you play the game, and you'll at first need to check it on a website, but it's going to come to the app eventually. 2.0, everybody!
I was just about to say 2.0. We're there. A bus terminal.
You're driving me to drink, Upland. This is non-alcoholic whiskey, just to be clear. I am over 7 months sober now. So, woo.
My side is not advertised by this specimen.
Yes, this week's Clue Crew is brought to you by Escape Wise, white label single malt whiskey. The alternative, bold and charming, with natural extracts of whiskey, oak, smoke, and honey. It actually does have, it does taste of whiskey, oak, smoke, and honey. It's pretty fucking good.
Ooh, with the honey too. That's
Yeah. Like I said, I'm really excited to try their brandy, but that's next. I'm next. I'm gonna get a variety pack that comes with whiskey, rum, and brandy, and a couple different brands. Anyway, so yeah, that's the census. When it actually comes out, look at it. Right now, I'm on the fence if I'll even end up bookmarking it, but we'll see. Maybe it'll be cool. I don't know.
Yep.
Whatever. I don't I think that Spark rentals have started since we last talked. Since I last had a podcast, I don't remember talking about this with Banana. Well, regardless, you written any Spark or written out your Spark? What are you doing with Spark?
Well, I would say the latest novelty is that Upland now has a Sparklet staking platform. So that's kind of new to Upland. I've started poking around on that. Great platform. I love it through that way. And I'm also doing player-to-player staking and then doing my own builds as well. So I'm doing a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm. Right on. I always have this idea that I'm gonna stake my Spark to like make Upix, and then it like invariably just never ends up happening for one variety or another. I mean, in this particular instance, I mean, I rent Spark. I'm actually about to start a couple builds right now to show anybody that cares and doesn't know yet. But for now,
And I'm also contemplating you have a Sparklet train
yes,
that you're getting ready for.
I'm gonna talk about that too in just a second. And that's actually in correlation to this. It all has to do with Hong Kong's City Hall. Now, for those that don't know, which is probably nobody live right now, but maybe somebody will listen later on. When you got a new city, it doesn't come with City Hall. It doesn't come with anything built. So, you also can't do shit in that new city business-wise without a city hall because that's where you go to apply for business shit. Right. So now this used to be a bigger deal in Upland. Upland used to make an announcement when they were like making it City Hall to build. There'd be a whole community effort, like everybody would want to stake on it. It was a fun community thing. And nowadays, it feels more often like they have to be reminded to start it. In any event, it's here. I can't apply eventually all of our giveaways that are based on ornaments or legits or something that could be sold in the store. They're all going to be sold out of fucking Hong Kong. I can't do that yet because I can't apply for anything. But yeah, yeah. I'm gonna start putting it in the episode descriptions and shit. But the Hong Kong is gonna be is the city home of the Clue Crew. That's where we live. You may not live there, but that's where I live, and so we're gonna be or I guess I should switch that around. We will be the official podcast of Hong Kong, which once I'm mayor, I can confirm both ways. Yes. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Got a plan. Anyway, but yeah, can't do shit till it's built. Now I put 43,000 Sparklet on there. We've got a bunch of others, of course. I mean, you got whoever Skip 720 is, they put 10,000 on there. A smatterings of hundreds and the like. Upland themselves put 26,000 on. I have 40,000 on. Anyway, so that's going to be done in 48 days. I want to develop Hong Kong.
Yeah.
I want people to move their home residences to Hong Kong. I want to attract uppies to Hong Kong. I want it to be the place to be and the bee's knees and just, the height of cool. So part of that is going to be building it. Got to get it built. I know other people have properties there, if nothing else. So I'm doing a spark train, like you do, like everyone knows about. But I'm gonna be offering prizes for it based on a raffle of who contributes to it. It's very simple. We'll have the spark train addresses in the Hong Kong Discord server. There's actually already a channel and like the beginning of it already up. Which again, I'll start putting an invite to that Discord in the episode description. Probably a good idea. Anyway, so you'll stake on it, and then the amount that you stake will correlate to the number of tickets you get in a raffle, that kind of thing. MyUpland.info lets you see how much each person contributed to a build, like the exact amount of Sparklet hours. So with that, it's simple math, and then you just that's how many entries the person gets. You run the wheel. Anyway, you get it. I'm gonna be offering up stuff for that. Shit, I can't remember exactly what it was. I have it written down. Where are you? All right. So for the first train, which is completely open, um, the prize pool is gonna be and this is gonna be like 3 prizes, 3 people, 100,000 upics, 1,000
Ooh.
1,000 sparklet to keep. Like I'll send it to your fucking wallet, and
Wow.
you will get an extra property on the next spark train at the beginning of the next spark train. So the person that so yeah, we'll raffle off the first one, second one, third one. You get the idea.
Hmm.
Let me actually, I'll go ahead and I'll put in the chat right now a invite. How the fuck do you even do that? Invite people? What, copy link? Yeah, that's probably how you do it. All right, and I said copy. Fuck it, it's not letting me. I don't care. It's not letting me type at all.
I think you are a very deserving per fun guy to be mayor of Hong Kong, considering you're contributing more more
Thanks.
spark to City Hall than Upland itself.
Appreciate that. Really, thanks. Also, I figured out what my issue is here. My Bluetooth keyboard, it turned off. I apparently went too long without typing. There we go. There we go. So there's a link for anybody that wants to get on board with that. All right.
Yay.
Moving on. But yeah, I really want to apply for stuff. Can't do it till I actually get there. Gotta get that stuff built. Get it built. And I'm going to at some point put together to maybe even speed that along a similar type of like prize giveaway for it. I might give away like a Hong Kong collection or something. Anyway, stay tuned. All right. What else is going on? Oh shit! All right, we have one more. Oh, never mind. We don't have a third game to play because France lost twice in a row. Dude, they were rated the same. They both had 93s. Brazil, I guess Brazil just does better in the cold. It was snowing. So.
You would never think.
Well, in any event, that's gonna be a congratulations to everybody that was wait, hold on. It was Brazil? Did they win the first time too? Did I get that right? It's been honestly, I guess
We don't have a clue.
it's been a long day. Somebody tell me in the chat if Brazil won the first time. I did not actually fucking write it down like I meant to. Oh well. All right.
We'll be able to watch the recording to figure out.
Right, well, that's what I'm trying to say. If Brazil won 2 games in a row, I don't. Yeah, Brazil won both times. Okay, in which case.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, well, so Fun Guy won all 50,000 upics. Congratulations. He's the only one that picked Brazil. Unless I read any of that wrong, but I don't think so. Nope, Caustic Array also picked Brazil.
Yay!
I missed that. All right. I don't want to miss anybody. Yeah, no, okay. All right. Well, so congratulations. You guys will split it or fight to the death, and I'll give it to one of you. Just like let me know who wins. Cool. All right. So, yeah, no, the only other thing, let's see here. I've started a shitload of builds in New Orleans because it's cool. But I've got a bunch of properties in Black Pearl, and York NH is trying to get a racetrack going there, and then somebody else I was talking to was saying that they also trying to get a bunch of stuff built there, and I was like, I got properties there, yeah, sure, I'll throw some extra builds on. So got these going, and it occurred to me today I've got some extra Upex. I should probably rent out these builds.
Nice.
So,
Making progress.
yep, hey, it is a work in progress. And for anybody that doesn't know how it works to rent out the Spark and whatnot, you go to upexland.me, and there have been a button here to press. It's of course gone now. Ah, here we go. Sparklet Staking Hub, active contracts, yada yada. So we're gonna add one of mine. We're gonna list a construction. And I want to specifically do one of the little kiosks here. Here we go. Pizza kiosk. Now, if we want to make sure that it actually is going to sell, or like it's actually going to get like staked and shit, we need to see what people are already doing here. So what's it's like the opposite of trying to sell a property. You're checking the ceiling instead of the floor. Which
Sure.
all right,
Mhm.
5.5. All right. Let's list a pizza thing or a coffee shop. Sure, why not? We'll list that for 5.6 to make. No, I said 5.6. 5.6. Thank you. All right, so you put in what you're doing there. Shows you your balance, and which, yeah, okay.
It's a very clean interface.
So yeah, and this is why I wanted to do it. This is my favorite part about it. So this is my Upexland balance that I already have like in there is 7583 Upex. But the total is going to be 40,950. If this had been on the Upex Spark Exchange, that would have immediately meant, oh, well, shit, I gotta first make sure that I upload the amount that I need and then start the contract over. And
right. Yeah.
nah, not with
Keeps it
this.
all simple, straightforward.
Yeah, with this, you have the option of paying using the Upexland balance, or just paying the if you pay using the Upexland balance and you don't have the full amount, it then just takes the difference and you settle that transaction in Upland. It takes out that step of having to do that first.
The flexibility, right?
Yeah, or if you don't have any on there, you can just opt to do the whole damn thing in Upland. Now,
Awesome.
I'm not actually going to do this. I was going to, but that's a little bit more than I thought it was going to be, and I need to save my money for right now the giveaways I've just contributed to. But soon, I'll be doing more of these. All right, let's see here. I think that we got a Sparklet War update. We got an update on the Sparklet War that did not happen. That made me all very sad. Now this did not get a Medium article. I don't know why. I'm frankly a little upset about that. I can't even find it now. Oh, here it is. It's in fucking live updates.
Discord. Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, of course it's in Discord, one of their 3 main platforms, and it's in live updates, one of their 7 main update channels. Like I should need a roadmap. Or did they tweet it at me? I'm just not sure. Anyway, basically in that update, they're saying that like they've been working on fine-tuning the Sparklet Wars so that it fits seamlessly into the next chapter of Upland. But that means they're going to have to delay it by 1 season. So, boo on a delay. Yay, it's not canceled. Boo, we don't know what kind of war it's going to be. Yay, it's not canceled.
Here's my big take on Sparklet Wars. I think it's great. I'm very biased because I have not done it once.
Aww.
And the reason why I still have a hot take here is I'm thinking about the whole play free, we're going back to the play free and Upland 2.0, right? You have these new players playing free, and Sparklet Wars is basically a full cancel for new players because basically anything you want to buy in the when Upland sells these items is in dollars historically. So if that's one thing they're looking at, they need a whole season to figure out. This is one of them. They need to find a way to onboard new players into a layer 1 game besides just treasure hunting if they're going to continue to nerf treasure hunting, which I don't think is the right decision either. But at least if you're pivoting toward wars, make it accessible for new players in some way. That's my hot take.
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't disagree with that. I mean, in general, I think making things more accessible to new players is a good call. I think there are also several different ways they could do to try to do that. I mean, for one, one idea I know that we've thrown out before is they could have two wars going on in two different places divided by rank. I mean, just a little thing like that.
Yeah.
We know,
Different classes.
yeah, we also know that people tend to go with their own little neighborhoods and whatnot. So if you like maybe found if you had a war that was specifically, I don't know, I'm just spitballing here. But regardless, I agree with you. I
And
want.
some guy is saying cannons are like $100.
No, probably not. I mean, are they that much on the secondary? Shit, maybe I should list some. But no, I want to say cannons. They were. It was generally like $15 bundles that would come with like two or three things, and so you could get.
Exactly.
Excuse me. You get a maximum of like two cannons, but you usually get like some like defense chests and stuff. But yeah, it was what it was. It was.
Although for a season, I think they scrapped including cannons, so it becomes sort of more of a endangered species, if you will.
Yeah, they switched to PVE for the last two ones, which I'm not as much of a fan of. I mean, and I had a little back and forth with believe X1 the other day about that. I mean, I know it was a red name. I think it was X1, and it's specifically about that. I was asking if factions to be brought back. How I didn't particularly prefer PVE, and he asked what I would prefer, and I told him a version of PvPvE. I don't mind there being the big baddie everybody has to fight. And I even kind of like that. I like the idea of teams working together. But what I really like is teams at odds working together. I want a secondary, like, I'm coming through on you a little bit, by the way. Um, uh, I I would like the prizes to be such that instead of either everybody winning or nobody winning or the person in first place winning, I'd like to see tiered prizes so that the teams had to work against each other, even if they had to work together to take down the big baddie. So if you've got four teams, I think only the top three teams that score points should get prizes. Now,
yeah, and the other piece is with PVE, I believe players have won every single time. And I feel like it's going to be such a big letdown that Upland doesn't even want the players to lose for a season.
Nope.
It's like, womp, womp, season over, you didn't win, game over, spend more money next time. I don't think that messaging works very well, so you need to keep it interesting. But with PVE, if we're going to win all the time, there's got to be more angles to make it interesting. So, blending the PvP with the PvE, and having still some odds definitely needs to happen.
I just want my teams back. I want my factions back. I want my knights back. I want to be able to, even if they came back with all new teams, that was the dynamic that I found fun. I want the trash talking. It has been too long since I've been able to make fun of somebody for being a Borg and not having a mind of their own because they're a robot. It's all in good fun, and I haven't been able to do it. So I want it back. Bring back my damn factions. Also, you set it up like it was going to be a thing.
London 4. London 4 and Knights go very well hand in hand.
Oh, and Swarley, yeah, I'm not sure because I don't have any of my shops set up in Hong Kong yet. I found one and did the reserve thing. I'll go through and find it and figure that out and message you or something. We'll make sure you get it. So yeah, Sparkle Wars is coming back. Look forward to it. I hope at the very least they bring back factions, whether that means PvP or PvPvE, either way. And no, fungi Borgs are not superior. They're actually soulless, so they're not able to be superior on any sort of moral ground or. See, that's what I'm saying. That's the fun that I can't have when it's just Uplanders versus a robot that they destroyed in 23 hours. I mean, don't get me wrong. Congratulations, good job, guys. I wasn't there for it, but I hear you did a great job. And that's another thing too. It lasts for like a day and a half and it's fucking over. Like, I need time. Like,
it's not the whole week either.
Yeah. That's the thing about Upland is it's not. Upland is both happening all the time and in spurts, and that's where things like that I think need to last longer, not shorter.
Well, and the whole focus that Upland has been pivoting more toward is instead of rewarding, instead of passive earnings, you have to be in. It's about engagement. It's about the whole return on gameplay. Well, if you're only playing one day or 24 hours in a 60-day period, a season, that's even less engagement than having a week or even longer. And now you have a whole season you missed, and we're trying to still figure out how to put in the new players in here. So. This is definitely a pivotal point in trying to get Warriors to where it needs to be.
Yeah. Swarley, it looks like I reserved it for someone else. Well, okay. If I'll try and cancel that if I can or whatnot. I had a third one anyway. So if nothing else, I'll just get you the third one. So again, we'll work it out. Whatever, man. All right. Before we wrap up, I want to ask: now that we actually do have the full collections in Rome, how'd you do? Did you end up having any mystical whatever places or Appa La Julia? I can't pronounce half of the shit.
I got 0. This is my first 0.
0?
I got not a single collection except Rome. And I think I've sold so far, $3 in Rome.
Well,
I had to. It's all good. It was a fun little. I went with some neighborhoods that I thought were hot. I supposedly going to do well, and it didn't, and that's the end of it.
yeah. I mean, I guess it's just how it goes sometimes. Well, hey, better luck on Rome too. Yeah.
Well, and then here's the thing: a lot of people still, they sold their properties where they, thought it wasn't a collection, and it turned out it was a collection. So, it was a difficult release. I will say that.
For sure.
By and large, even though it did sell well, it was still a difficult one for sure.
Yeah. I ended up having like 2 or 3 purples that were not in the same collection. Okay. Yeah. So I'm thinking I'll be able to sell those for some sort of UPX profit, and then beyond that, whatever.
Yeah.
Caustic Array lucked out on Appio Pignatelli.
Congratulations.
I mean,
wow.
Honestly, who wouldn't want to live? I'm sure it's great. Again, I don't like all of these things. I'm just like, well, you know what? It's like they're in Italian or something. I don't know. All right. Well, we get the prizes out this week. So, all right, if that's what you want, Smarley, that's cool. I'll give out that in next week's giveaway as well. But to Fun Guy and who was it? Caustic Array. I'll be in your DMs. We'll get that $50,000 for you guys to split if you want. Again, fight to the death is always fine. Just need to know who wins. And with that, unless Cernus, do you have anything else? No.
I was just going to say one little footnote to the whole buses thing.
Yeah.
We do finally have our first utility for semi-trucks.
Yeah,
and,
that's true.
And that is that there's a transportation unit of some sort that's coming to semi-trucks. I don't know if it's going to be applied for the trailer portion. Or if
Right.
the trailer portion gets a portion in the semi.
Right.
We do have our first utility. So
Oh, shit.
one extra little footnote for tonight.
You made me recall. You made me recall a clue I noticed about the buses regarding that. Because hold on, I actually I want to bring up this particular one. Where was it? It was yeah, probably in that one. Open that up. All right. Yeah, where's the bit about them being bonuses? Certain conditions are met. When it's parked there. Okay. Okay. All right. The first of these boost structures is the bus parking terminal. Now, on its own, the bus parking terminal is simply a building with no immediate effect. However, in the future, when a bus is parked there, it will grant a valuable transportation score boost, which is awesome. Don't get me wrong, transportation score boost sounds great. However, what I'm being presented with is that the only confirmed utility from the city bus will be when it's parked. It comes off a little, I don't know.
$199.
Right, well, yeah. Well, I mean, you know what? Maybe that's a good point there. You don't want to scuff it. You want to just leave it somewhere nice and safe and pristine. But, you know, like, okay, cool. We know that it's going to be parked somewhere. I really hope that we get something. I would even be cool. I would totally be cool with if they did something like you had the bus parked there, all right, and it being parked there, giving it the boost caused a like shadow bus, like when you're playing a shadow racer in Mario Kart, a shadow bus to just like go along its route, like you've completed your thing and got a bus route.
The wheels go round and round. That's where they make the money. The buses don't make money parking.
Exactly.
It's all about the wheels go round and round and round.
Right. It literally says transportation score boost. The bolded words are buses parked there, transportation score boost. So yeah.
I guess I have a clue, but I don't have a clue.
No, that's true. Caustic Ray, that's true. They did show the bus races too, and it does. I was on the chat with Pigeon and them, and they were racing. They were having a hell of a time. Apparently, it drifts the back end of it. Like I guess it's got a heavy ass and it drifts around the turns. But yeah, they were laughing about it. So you know.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's a good question. Swarley points out that also the image shows that the bus is parked right next to the terminal, which implies that there is, I mean, if not no terminal, not no footprint. It implies that if there is a footprint, it must be a damn small one. Which that's I think what we need to reach at this point. In terms of the footprints and whatnot, I think that to a degree it needs to reach a point where it's like if I'm able to see it after I'm zoomed in to a certain level, then I'm just like, hold on, use my words better. I should have to zoom in to a certain level before I even see the footprint outline. It should be that close to the actual structure, in my opinion.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I did hear an interesting question today regarding that, though. If that footprint is that small and the hanger actually hangs over the footprint, could that like fuck with shit if you put this adjacent to, say, a property building? Would because the footprint, if you put that thing's footprint right next to the footprint of the property building, the hanger parts, like the overhanging ceiling, that's going to be going into the second floor.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it yet. I don't know if anybody's tried it yet. This wasn't my idea. Somebody in the chat had this idea, and I was like, damn, I don't know. So I'm putting it out there though because like, yeah, somebody fucking try that. Let's find out. Yeah. Oh, and I realized I also forgot to do. Apparently, do I not have Nolt? I don't have it bookmarked. Apparently, I need to bookmark that in this website. All right. I had picked a Nolt of the week, and I had just totally forgotten to show it. Where are you? What was it? And then we'll get out of here. Oh, maybe I didn't. I thought I did. All right, no Nolt of the week this week. I apparently completely forgot to pick one. My bad. Tune in next week for more Nolt of the week.
Well, I'll say this. I will endorse and recommend an upvote to anyone who wants to go to the footprint one. There is a footprint one in there recently about that very issue. So definitely take a look at the footprints. And there's a few other good ones in there. But yeah, we'll endorse one next week.
I'll do double next week. I'll endorse 4 of them. That's I can count that high. 4. Which will be then 20,000 epics. Oh, I can do math. Oh, don't you challenge my math. All right, okay, all right. This is getting. All right, where's my little outro here? All right, time to wrap up this week's episode, but the mystery remains. Its solution ever elusive. I'd like to thank my co-host Cernus, as well as everyone joining us live or watching later. Alone, each of us is but a single cell. Together, a single gray cell. Damn it, I gotta get this outro done better. Each of us is but a single gray cell in our brains, but together we are the Upland community brain. Be safe, everyone. I'll catch you crazy cats and kittens on the flip side. Later, taters.